Okay, hello. I'm about to go in ceremony, so I'm just doing this video on the fly, no preparing. Oh, it's been such a beautiful 2 days. Yesterday we had ceremony last night in the evening, and this morning we had a ceremony of just 1 cup, and then now we're going into the second nighttime ceremony. And this is what I'm here for, my friends. When I step into this world, when I do this work, it is just such an intuitive thing that comes forward. I let go and I just know how to move through things and how to show up for people, and my body movements start to just feel free, and I just allow myself to move through things however it comes intuitively, and the result is just so beautiful. Even just to witness myself. I was just telling the group when we were doing integration, I got here a year ago, and when I got here, I had a vision of seeing myself holding space in ceremony, and I had never actually enacted or lived that experience. And so when I got here and I had the opportunity to hold space in a ceremony with the bird tribe, I don't know if I've actually told this story super quick. When I was in Thailand, I sat with the bird tribe, my first ayahuasca ceremony. And during that ceremony, I had a vision of myself holding space in a ceremony. And I was dancing, and there were people coming up to me, and I was holding people. And there was this sense of connection and nurturing. And like I had this really strong motherly role, like this wisdom to me, and people were there in my presence, and I was holding them in my presence, and it was so powerful. But in reality, in that ayahuasca session, I was sitting with a blanket over my head, terrified, and witnessing all the other people in the room around me connecting with each other and dancing and smiling, and I felt so different and so other from them, because I was just isolated in fear and afraid to, there was just so much holding me back. And Mama Aya, the medicine, told me, you're the one holding yourself back. There's so much connection available to you, but you have work to do. You're holding yourself back because there's fear in your body. There's something that you need to process and get through so that you can get to this place, because this is available to you. This is the vision, like you can be this person holding space. And from that moment forward, I had it in my mind, like, this is a clue. I want to be this space holder person. And so I left Thailand with only this idea in mind, where I was like, this is what I see myself moving towards. This is my calling. And I didn't know how to, what the next step was or how to make it happen. So I came to this side of the world, Central South America, where I knew this kind of work was happening, plant medicine, holding space. And I applied for volunteer roles in retreat centers that were working with plant medicine, and I looked for mentoring opportunities, and I landed here at the Jungle Neighborhood, and that was a year ago. I was fresh, new, shiny, new, eager, fresh face to the world is what I'm picturing in my mind. And then I sat in ceremony. The bird tribe who I sat with in Thailand, they were here at the neighborhood, and they did what was called queer birds. And I got to sit in ceremony and do ayahuasca with them again. And then on the second night of ceremony, I was invited to be a guardian. And I ended up fulfilling the vision that I had in Thailand, where I was holding space and dancing in the room and there for people, and people were looking up at me and connecting with me and dancing. And that's like ultimate manifestation, right? Is like that vision came true. And so this is my path. I've been exploring this world of plant medicine and holding space, and really my gift, my true gift, is I have extrasensory ability to feel what people are feeling. I can literally feel what is moving through people, and because I can feel it, I know how to meet them. I know what words to use to speak to them. I know how much to approach or how much to give space. I have a sense of knowing what people need. I know what they need to hear. I know how to deliver it. It is a gift. It is a true ability that is so special. And it's made for these spaces, for these transformation spaces. I am made to hold space for people doing the work to heal, to transform, to transmute, to alchemize the darkness into the light, the difficult into the lessons that are empowering and that allow us to move through and get to the other side of things. I am an example of what it looks like to go through this transformation and change. I am not the person that I was before. I have worked through so many of my coping mechanisms. I have looked at my core wounds. I have opened Pandora's box. I have felt all of the feelings that my inner children have been previously having sporadic tantrums, and I never understood why I was feeling so much or why I was so impulsive and being pulled in so many directions. And on this path I have learned about all those things, and I've held space for myself, and I've done my processing, and I've showed up and done the work, and now I'm here facilitating this for others, and it comes so naturally. And it's just so special to be able to step into this space where we're aligned with our calling and our path of purpose. I've worked really fucking hard to get to this place, and just being able to sit in ceremony with people and to feel the resonance of, fuck yeah, like this is what I'm here to do, and people are feeling it and needing it and trusting me and opening themselves up and recognizing that I have something to share and that I can help them. And just to think that it's been just a year that I've been able to hold space in ceremonies and to allow myself to intuitively step into this role. That's the other thing, I've only held space in like 6-7 ceremonies, and in that time, each time I've allowed myself to let go of what my brain is telling me, because I do all these movements and it feels weird, and it's like, why am I doing this? And I'll move up to someone and just put my hands on their ankles, and I'm like, why the fuck am I doing this? I don't know, but there's intuition, and afterwards people are able to tell me like, oh, I had this injury, how did you know? There's intuition. I have the ability to connect with something. I have this gift. And so with each ceremony, I've been able to give myself proof that my intuition is actually pretty spot on, and I'm here to use that intuition to help these people move through things and feel things and describe what they're going through and give them advice and support them to feel grounded or support them to scream or like whatever it is that people need. I'm able to support them through that process, and God, it feels so good. And I want to continue doing this, and I know that my path here is over. It's been a year, and I've invested what I came here to invest, and I saw people through the full process. I spoke to them on consultation calls. I told them, come to this space. It's a safe space to do healing work. And they came here, and I hugged them for the first time, and then I got to know them, and then I held space for them, and then I saw them, witnessed them going through the transformation, and seeing them leave on the last day with this glimmer in their eyes and this feeling of like, wow, there's something else going on here, and I'm going to leave knowing that there's something bigger to pursue, and that I'm on a path. And I desperately want to work for a space where I have access to the opportunity to apply my abilities. I know that this isn't the space for me, and it's really hard to take a leap of faith and leave when I know that this is here and that there's people I can help. But I also know that if this isn't the right place for me, then the universe has a plan, because none of this is happening for no reason. All of this is available to me because I'm meant to do this. And so the universe will help me find my place to land where I can put my skills to use and where I can help people. And it's my job now to have the confidence to just take the leap of faith and to surrender and trust in the process and know that I will land where I can be of service. And if I can be of service to you, I want to hear from you.